Okay, so to finish up this question, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this information here, I'm going to type this into the calculator. So these questions, they really do just need to be done on the calculators. Unfortunately, not really a nicer way of doing them. But first off, to type in the 8C5, what I need to do is I'll move this here back a little bit so we can sort of see what's going on there. So I'll go onto the keyboard and I need to go all the way down to the bottom here to where it says Advance, and I'll choose NCR. Now to put in 8C5, we're going to type in 8, 5 inside the brackets there. Now that needs to be multiplied by half to the power of 5. So I'm just going to open another bracket and do half to the power of 5. Sorry, I should make sure to close the bracket first. Then I need to multiply that by half to the power of 3. Might have noticed that with this one here, the probabilities are the same, so I could have technically just written half to the power of 8. But anyway, there it is right there. So the probability is 0.21875. Now I'd say that's quite typical in this exercise and in this chapter to be expected to write your answer correct to 3 or 4 decimal places. That's fairly standard. But you know, in this case, well, it didn't take much more for me to use just one more decimal place there. So that is the probability, and it really is just a calculator exercise like that. You can see that to do 8C5 without a calculator, I would have had to draw Pascal's triangle down for a few more rows yet, and would have just been too time consuming. So this is your best way to actually work this out. And something else that I should mention is that there is another way of doing it on the calculator. So instead of doing what I've just done there, let's bring this into screen. So we can go to Action, and then we can go to Distribution or Inverse Distribution. We're still dealing with discrete probabilities, so I'm going to go into that. And you can see right here I've got binomial PDF and binomial CDF. Now, PDF in statistics and in probability stands for probability distribution function, okay, whereas CDF stands for cumulative distribution function. So the difference between them is that this here does it when it's just for a single value, such as x equaling 5. So we use PDF when it's just equal to a single number. But we use CDF, cumulative, when it's dealing with more numbers. So if it was, say, x equals 5 and x equals 6, then I'd use binomial CDF. Now, I'm actually going to access this in the interactive part because it's going to make it even easier for me rather than having to type it all in a certain way. So I'll go to binomial PDF. And x is the number of desirable outcomes, which in this case is 5. The number of trials that we have is 8. And the probability of this happening is half, which I'll just write as 0.5. Now let's go OK. And there's the answer right there. So that's just another way of dealing with a question like this. I think it's pretty nice, and I'd really be encouraging all of you to use your calculators for this pretty flat out, because they really are the best way to deal with these questions. Anyway, I'm going to leave that video there, and I will pick it up again in the next one. See you later.